young man rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Murray now on first down.
And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Micah Kaiser was in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Past the 20. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
First down, Murray. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Murray now. And that's incomplete. He was looking for Landry that time, and it's 3rd down.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. This one caught by Isabella. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
It's going to be a long day.
First carry for Nick Chubb. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Maverick. 4 down.
Goff now looking to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A huge play that time for the Rams. 56 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
From the gun, here's Goff. Flush to his right. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Jordan Hicks able to record his 5th sack of the season.
At the 9-yard line.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Cut.
Goff now looks to throw. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
We go tonight. 20.
Come on, D.
Turbo set.
58.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the year.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Allen, the intended receiver. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Johnson on the counter. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, 2nd down coming up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 28-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Second down, Murray sets to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Watch the run. Good stop, baby. That's a big stop. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, He was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. 43's the mic. 43.
Out of the gun. Goff. Going deep here for Allen. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
3 buzz, 3 buzz.
That ball complete to Isabella. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
A run there on first down, and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Right here, right here.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. From the gun on third down, Murray. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, That answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll rifle. He's got him in. Complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Murray now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Chopper!
Goff. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On first down, it's gone. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. Again, Goff. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Now 3rd down and long.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Hey, 76. 76. 76. What's that?
A shotgun snap for Goff. And that is incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here we go. Here we go. I can't believe they even let you play.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Chubb on the counter. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
We go tonight. White 20.
Hey, man.
Value 3. Value 3.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
From the 50, it's gone. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Cut. 180.
Check. 43. 3 bucks.
Now a first down throw. Gone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3rd and long. It's gone. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Watch out.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Super 66.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Rams on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And that'll be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
To throw again on second down. Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Goff. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. The Rams going for it on 4th. Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DJ Swearinger, a sack on the safety blitz. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Rams' 20-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Murray with a 3rd and long. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
That's good, baby. We go 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the 44, Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the Cardinals.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second and 12, Goff nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a third and long. Looking left side, and it's complete. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. Here's Goff. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Brings up second and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Ready? Right. 59. Squeeze, double.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's third down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long.
You can't block me.
And they take a knee. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Cards, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., add one more loss to the column. That drops them